Hey there, treasure seekers. I thought I'd do a rare in front of the camera video today. A little one about books. Let you guys see what I actually look like. Most of my videos are behind the camera. If you follow my hydroponics videos, never been in front of the camera. Not much for that. That's why I'm a photographer. I like to be behind the camera. But I want to talk a little bit about books and what I do with books. I'm no expert by any means. I'm not one of those with the PDA scanner that goes zipping through 100 books in a minute at a sale. I just have my little iPhone and I still use the camera. But I go slow and steady, and I'll find books at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and excuse me, of course, the library book sales. So when I go through books, I grab books that look in decent shape, have a barcode, and I stay away from the fiction. These are all non-fictions, how-tos, textbooks, and I'll scan and I'll take books of, a lot of people won't take a low value, like this book here, scanned in at, see if I can get up to the camera and see if it'll focus. A little too bright. I'll show you, but it's scanned in anywhere from the range of $5 to $9 on the Merchant Fulfilled, and it has 2 FBA sellers at $8. I'll grab that book in a heartbeat. If it's, I won't pay more than $1 or $2 for a book. The most I've actually spent was probably $3 at a library sale, but this book is $1 or less. I'll grab it at that because it's cheap and easy to send to FBA. It will, even a year, if it sits for a year, the storage fees will be less than $1, if that. And it comes in right here at $3.66 profit if I pay $1 for it, and it even includes a 1 cent 30-day storage fee, so it's including a couple of cents a year. And I'll put it up there for $8 on FBA, so I'll make a couple bucks. I mean, I'll even go down to I even make $1. It's $1. On slow sales, I get a bunch of those books sent in, and it'll make me $1, and that's good. And then sometimes I'll get lucky with a book like this. I'll go ahead and scan it. I haven't prepped it yet. Just to mention on this other book here, I won't be sending this one in because it belongs to the wife, and she vetoed it, me sending it in. She wants to keep it, so she has veto rights over her books. But this book is FBA good at $70. Is it even when it says acceptable at $83, and it's in great shape. So, I'll get a lot of good books like this. I even got a book like this last week, and I mentioned in the last video that one of those laser scanner people passed on, and it was selling good FBA at $63, and it was a great shape book. So don't be afraid to go to the book sales with those scanners, and don't get discouraged. Just go slow and steady, and you'll find some books that are good. Some home run books like this one for $60 to $80. Now, when I ship them in, I don't know if you can see it up there. Any book that is of any value, I'll go grab one. If it's of decent value, I will polybag the book to protect it, and I'll mention that in my listing too. So some people like that, and they didn't know the book's going to come to them in a good condition. Of course, I put my suffocation warning on there, and then my FBA label to cover up the barcode. Try to get a tight wrap as possible, but any book, I say generally, if I'm going to make a $15 more profit, or if it's selling for $15 or more, I want to protect it and mention that in the description so the seller knows, or the buyer knows, it's going to get a decent shaped book. So, don't know what else to tell you about books. That's my take on them. I'll get just about any book as long as it's going to make a buck or two profit. I'm not a penny seller. You know, if it scans in and at a, you know, if it says, again, you can't see it on here, but if it's in the used sections, if it says $4 for everything, or an FBA, it's $4 less, I won't grab those books. You know, if there's one or two merchant fulfills that's over $4, but the others are under $4, or same thing with FBA, if there's one or two that's over $4, I'll consider it. I mean, the lowest I want to really make is $1 off the book. If I can't make at least $1, I don't pick it up. And when I'm listening to do my pricing, I'll bring it up on my inventory to list the product. And if it, I'll ignore, I'll click the check out other sellers, and then I'll check them out. I basically will ignore the most of the merchant fulfills. I'll go straight to, I'll click prime only and see what the primes are selling, and then I'll generally will price it at or a little bit above the lowest prime seller. I will check the merchant fulfills to see, make sure the prime seller's price is, you know, within the ballpark. If the lowest prime is, you know, $30 or $40 above the highest merchant fulfilled, there's something wrong there, and I will go ahead and price it what I feel is fair. But for the most part, I ignore the merchant fulfilled and will go straight for the lowest prime price. And that's how I do most of my items. I will look and see what the lowest prime is and price it at the lowest prime or a little bit above. You know, generally, if you're within 10% of the lowest prime, you'll share the buy box, I found out. So I don't mind being a little bit above there. But I try not to undercut them unless they're really an outrageous price. And I just want to move my product, I'll go ahead and I'll price what I think is fair for the product. So that's it, all I have. Subscribe, comment, you know, all the usual garbage there. I appreciate everyone that does like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to check out my blog on mymultiplestreams.com. I have posts on there from the past when I used to do this, and I'll have more how-tos and my income reports. You'll also see some other stuff. I do reviews on products and my multiple streams. It's just not about income. It's about the streams of my life, you know, my beliefs, my health, everything. So follow me if you want. Subscribe there by clicking the RSS channel, or subscribe by email if you like to. I appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video or next blog post, and see you around the Facebook groups. Later. Back. Forgot one more thing. Everyone's always asking about rank. So books in rank, I won't say I don't pay attention to it. When I say I was looking for books for a profit for $1, they're okay for me. I do those if they're under 500,000 in rank, because they will sell, you know, within a few months to a year or whatever. Books ranking over 1 million, they got to bring in more than that dollar for me. You know, I've gotten books that are ranking around $700,000, $800,000, but they show a potential profit of $5 to $10. I generally won't really touch anything over 2 million in rank, but I have picked up a couple. I showed you in the last video, I picked up a book that was 5 million in rank. I got it for 50 cents, probably, quarter. It was in a, you know, a big box of stuff that was a higher priced. But it was a $100 book. So, yeah, I'll pay a quarter for that and throw it up on Amazon for, you know, it's pennies to ship and then pennies to store for a year, in the hopes that even the 5 million books will sell for $100. So that's my take on rank. You know, if it's under under 100,000 and will make me $1 a profit, I'll pick it up. So that's it for ranks. So you already got the spiel on like, subscribe, and follow my blog. So see you again.